geography side, that is lifelines of national economy. Okay, so in the previous chapter, in the previous part, we have discussed about the first lifeline, that is the transportation. Okay, and we have discussed the different parts of the transportation. It means the waterways, airways, roadways, railways, pipelines. Okay, and in this part we discuss that we can say that this is the second lifeline, that is the communication. Okay, so in this topic we will discuss about the communication. You people are very much familiar about the communication. Okay, it means we people are very much happy to communicate to each other. Okay, हम लोगों से अपने जो मैसेज होते हैं वो एक दूसरे को कन्वे करते हैं. This is the communication. Okay, what is communication? It means जो भी हमारे मैसेज होते हैं, whatever our feelings are there, whatever our thoughts are there, to share our feeling to the another person, it is known as the communication. Okay, and it means the communication, it means there are two types of communication are there. First we can say that verbal, non-verbal. You have just read this all type of things in your previous classes. Okay, so if we talk about the communication, so there are two main types of communication are there. First, that is a personal communication or private communication. Second, that is a mass communication. Okay, in the first topic, it means that is the private or the personal communication. It means where we communicate to one person to the another person. जब हम किसी एक व्यक्ति से बात करते हैं और we are just talking the group number of people, it means the group में in a small group. Okay, when we are just convey our message to the in a small group, this is known as the private or the personal communication. Okay, so there are different modes of this communication like letter, email, telephone. Okay, and televisions. Okay, so the second, that is a mass communication. Mass communication, it means when we just communicate to the large number of people. It means we want to convey our message to the large number of people. So it is not possible. Suppose your exam date. Suppose your exam date should be announced. So when the Central Board of Education they announce the exam date. So this the Central Board of Education, they will not give a personal message to the particular student that on this particular date your exam will be started. नहीं होता है ना ऐसा. यदि आपको कोई एग्जाम डेट आपकी पता चल हो तो सीबीएसई आपको अलग से घर पर जाके आपको नहीं बताएगी, अलग से आपको फोन कॉल करके मैसेज करके नहीं बताएगी कि ऑन दिस पर्टिकुलर डेट योर एग्जाम विल स्टार्ट. व्हाट सीबीएसई डू? इट विल जस्ट इन्फॉर्म टू यू with the help of the newspaper. Okay, or by the help of internet, because this internet is a new mode of communication. Okay, or the television. So we can say that when we got the news in large number of people, मतलब सभी बहुत सारे लोग जब एक ही समय में उनको जब मैसेज मिलता है, तो these are known as the mass communication. So the example of the mass communication are newspaper. Okay, जब भी newspaper में कोई news print होती है, so at the same time, each and every person, those who are reading the newspaper, they can just aware about this particular news. Okay, in a same manner, with the help of the television, the people can, those who are just watching the television, they can also see what is happening. Okay, so we can say that the personal or the private communication, it means when two people are communicate, or we can say that the small group of people they are communicate. And in the mass communication, it means when the large number of people they are connected to each other. These are known as the mass communication. So there are some another mode of communication also that like a radio. Okay, with the help of radio, the people they can also get the news. Okay, but there are benefit in the television. That in the television people can see also and can watch also. Okay, and another that is the telephone. Okay, so with the help of the telephone, the people can just talk to one person to the another. They can just talk to the another person where it is very distance away place. If it's just seated, so easily they can communicate to that particular person. Because before the invention of the telephone, if you want to send our message to the another people, those who are living in another city, so first of all we'll just write a postcard. Or by we have just write a letter, then we have just sent to them, and it will just take a 4 to 5 days timing. And again, he will just read the letter and he will just give the reply to you. So it will take 4 to 5, maybe sometime 8 to 10 days time. But with the help of the telephone, we can easily communicate to the person. And nowadays, it means in the village also the STD facilities are available. STD it means the subscriber trunk dialing. help of STD, we can, it means that local, two types are there because you are very much familiar in the mobile. Okay, so that's why I think you people are not very much know about the STD. So in the previous time there were the telephone are there, जब मोबाइल नहीं थे उसके पहले जब टेलीफोन्स होते थे तब टू टाइप्स के रहते थे। एक तो हम लोकल सिटी में ही किसी को कॉल करना होता और एक हम यदि सिटी के बाहर किसी पर्सन को कॉल करना होता था तो उसके लिए कोड होता था। ओके, सो विद दिस हेल्प ऑफ दिस एसटीडी कोड, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल विल जस्ट डायल द एसटीडी कोड। फर्स्ट हमें सबसे पहले एसटीडी कोड डायल करना होता था, देन विल डायल द टेलीफोन नंबर ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर पर्सन और हम इजीली उस व्यक्ति से कांटेक्ट कर सकते थे। So with the help of the STD, we can just contact with the person those who are living in another city. And ISD, it means international subscriber trunk dialing. ISD, it means यदि हमें किसी पर्सन से those who are living in another country, जो कि दूसरी कंट्री में रह रहा है, जब उससे बात करनी होती तो there were one ISD code is there. So with the help of this ISD, we can just communicate to the person. And nowadays we are very much familiar with the mobile, internet. Okay, it means whatever the information we want, with the help of internet, in a one switch we can get each and every information. So this mobile or this internet, it is just we can say that the newly and the modified mode of the communication, and very easy we can get each and every information. So the communication nowadays, the whatever the it means, we can say that the transportation and communication, these two are the lifelines of the national economy. Why? Because if we just send our things nowadays, we can say that जो online market होता है वो बहुत ज़्यादा familiar हो गया. It means the people, those who are their production is there in their home only. So they can sell out their product to any part of the country. हम उस product की pic लेके उसको send कर सकते हैं और इस तरह से हम क्या कर सकते हैं, अपने business को बढ़ा सकते हैं. So if यदि हमारे तरफ से बिजनेस हमारा बढ़ता है तो डेफिनेटली कंट्री की जो नेशनल इकोनॉमी है वो भी डेवलप होगी. इट मीन्स हम कह सकते हैं कि विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस ट्रांसपोर्टेशन एंड विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस कम्युनिकेशन, द आवर कंट्री, द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ आवर कंट्री इज मोर फर्दर. Now we talk about the international trade. Okay, the international trade, it means the trade between in our country. जो बिजनेस होता है जो हमारी कंट्री के अंदर होता है, दैट इज नोन एज द नेशनल ट्रेड. एंड व्हेन वी आर दिस बिजनेस बियॉन्ड द कंट्री, जब हम कंट्री के बाहर बिजनेस करते हैं, दैट इज नोन एज द इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड. ओके, इट मींस सम टाइम व्हेन वी आर जस्ट एक्सपोर्ट और इंपोर्ट द थिंग्स from our country or in the country, that is known as the international trade. And this international trade, it is very much beneficial for the development of any of the country. Okay, but then also we can say that there are one balance in the export and import. Okay, so suppose if any of the country, their export rate is high and the import rate is low, so in this way the country, it means this situation is very favorable for the development of any country. Okay, and suppose if any country where the import rate is high and the export rate is low, so this situation is not favorable for the development of any country. Okay, suppose हम अपनी कंट्री से माल जो है वो ज्यादा मात्रा में बाहर भेज रहे हैं और कम मात्रा में हम अपनी कंट्री में अंदर ले रहे हैं, तो दिस सिचुएशन इज वेरी फेवरेबल and this situation is the very favorable for the development of the country. And suppose if the opposite situation, okay, it means we are just import a much quantity of the goods, हम ज्यादा मात्रा में import कर रहे हैं and export हम कम quantity में कर रहे हैं, तो this situation is not favorable. It means this situation is not good for the development of any of the country. So this international trade, it is just possible because of the transportation and communication only. Okay, it means with the help of the waterways, with the help of the airways, we can just it means the things is possible for the international trade. And in the same manner, communication, with the help of the better modes of communication, we can just give the information about our product. So this international trade, it means this situation, it means when we are export a large amount of goods and import a few amounts of goods, so this situation is very good for the development of the country. Now in this series, the next, that is the tourism as a trade. How the tourism is related as a trade? Tourism को हम trade से कैसे related करेंगे? Tourism, it means when we are going to see the different far away place, हम अलग अलग दूसरी जगह पे जाते हैं, वहाँ की natural beauty को enjoy करते हैं. Okay, sometime centers are there. This is also known as the tourism. So when we are going to that particular place, so in this way we can say that when the people they are going, so definitely they will just live there, they will just enjoy the natural beauty and they will just purchase the things from there. It means जब हम किसी particular दूसरी जगह पे जाते हैं वहाँ की natural beauty को enjoy करने के लिए, so in this way how will just contribute in the development of the country. It means जब हम वहाँ जाके तो वहाँ रहेंगे, रहने के लिए हमको पे करना पड़ेगा, हम वहाँ पे वहाँ लेके हम जो भी वहाँ से कुछ सामान वगैरह परचेस करके लाते हैं. So in this way whatever the things, it means sometimes we are just visit the historical monument at that particular point. So जब हम उस historical monument को जाके देखते हैं, so sometimes we are paying the ticket also. So this tickets, this money that is used in the government, okay, this ये जो पैसा होता है वो government use करती है for the development of the country. So this tourism, it means this tourism develop in the people, those who are living in the country only, and sometimes it means people they are come to our country. बहुत सारे जो दूसरी countries के people होते हैं, foreigners होते हैं, they are come to our country and they are giving the contribution to the development of our country, because sometimes they are coming to see the natural beauty of our country. The we can say that rituals are there, हमारे संस्कृति को देखने के लिए आते हैं, the natural heritage are there, national heritage. So when this particular people they came to our country, okay, so they are just giving the contribution in the development of our country. So what should we do? The government of India, they should just develop the more and more tourism in our country. So definitely with the help of the tourism, the development of our country will be more possible. Okay, so this is the last part of this chapter. Okay, so in this chapter, that is the lifelines of the national economy. It means हम ये बात कर रहे थे इस चैप्टर में कि कैसे नेशनल इकोनॉमी को कैसे बढ़ाया जा सकता है with the help of this lifeline. So we have discussed the transportation and the communication. I hope you have covered, I hope you have enjoyed each and every topic which I explained you. So please go through the explanation video and all the best for your exam.